So I'm in Shinjuku Sanchome area. This is an area which I really like. There's a musical. It's a Japanese traditional comedy. Ragu is played, and it's called Suehirote. I really love to go to Suehirote. But today I'm not going to Suehirote. I'm going to place where I'm not going to be interviewed again. Yeah, so I'm just taking some videos so that I can tell you how it is like to be living in Tokyo right now. So Isetan, the department store just behind me, is one of the most fashionable and popular department stores right now in Japan, I think, where the latest in fashion and trends can be observed. I almost never go there because I don't buy stuff, but people who do buy stuff really love going to Isetan. So Shinjuku Sanchome is full of restaurants, and this sushi restaurant, Sagai Sushi, is one of my favorites. I used to go there when I was a college student. This restaurant has been going on for many years. Although it has been refurbished, I think, a few times maybe. And if I turn left here, we come to the great Suehirote music hall. This is where Rakugote Express. Traditional Japanese comedy. Quite wonderful if you understand Japanese. Well, if you don't understand Japanese, it's still great. So Japan has this great tradition of rakugo, which is not stand-up comedy, it's a sit-down comedy because the comedian sits down and tells, and he or she, the predominantly male comedian, but they play the roles of many different characters in rakugo, so you can play a samurai warrior and somebody from the town, or a male or female, a child or old man. So every character is played. That is so wonderful. This is really wonderful. It's cheering ball. It's one of the legendary public houses, izakayas in Japan. So I'm coming quite near the Shinjuku Nichome area, and I'm going to be interviewed in that area. So this is quite a cultural district, and I really love this part of Shinjuku because, it's a bohemian, should I say? Well, yeah, I can say that this is the most bohemian part of Tokyo, maybe. So I have finished my interview, and really interesting looking office around here. So the Shinjuku Nichome is actually traditionally considered to be area for gay people. So really interesting cultural area. But nowadays I think there are many places where entertainment and culture-oriented events are happening, and I was actually interviewed by the Japan Newspapers Association, and they wanted to promote the newspaper for the younger generations because nowadays people don't read newspapers. So my interview was about the newspaper, but it took place here in Shinjuku Nichome, which I think is great because it shows their cultural sensitivities and so on. So I think it's a good thing. Oh, so that is Hokkaido, where they sell stuff for printers. This is, I think, liquor shop one. As I said, this is a really culturally interesting, stimulating area. This is Tokyo at its best. And as I said, this is Hokkaido, the artist's paradise. And Mona Lisa. I'm quite close to the Shinjuku station now, and they are saying that they have newly opened free passage between the west side and east side. Because earlier we couldn't, go through the Shinjuku station, which is a huge building from the west to the east or from the east to the west. So this is a huge progress, and they are celebrating that passage. This is a cinema. I've been here many times. And actually, I review the public, the film, for the PR purposes, and so I have seen that film. And sometimes I do review some films, and it's mostly not blockbusters, more culturally oriented. Probably because I'm perceived to be that kind of person, not blockbuster type, obviously. So I'm just curious where the west-east free passage is in the open. Within just a week, I think it's open, and they just reported, but I've never been there, so I'm naturally curious. Oh. So they have closed these ticket vending machines because of this new east-west free passage. This is amazing. This used to be part of the Shinjuku station, but now you can have free passage. This is quite amazing. Wow, this is impressive. This is just in the middle of this huge Shinjuku station. It's so convenient. You see, all these people enjoying this free passage from the west side to the east side, and wow, this is a huge improvement of Shinjuku station, I should say. Probably they did this just in time for the Olympics, but of course the Olympics was postponed. But this is deeply Japanese twist on anime manga. Wow, this is quite impressive. I should congratulate the JR for doing this. Wow, this is really convenient, amazing. Presto, I was on the east side, but now I'm right on the west side. Amazing! It's like magic. This used to be part of the Shinjuku station, but now it's free to go. Wow. Amazing. Wow. But all these ticket vending machines are now gone, so some nostalgia, certainly. But this is really convenient. Yeah, I do feel like curious Jewish